This is very exciting. Just getting everything ready. I'm going to give Michael the tablet so he can make some drawings.
Drawings, I like scribbling.
There's a pen right here
Oh, snap.
in case you want to use it. I don't know how to turn the, oh, there we go, it's on. Yep, and you just hit the little trash can.
Hey,
All right.
wonderful. So I'll try to do a little bit of drawing action here for you guys.
Yeah, we try not to use too much, just because we don't want it to affect what the viewer sees. But like, if you want to illustrate a point,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we got Gorst and Patsura.
Draw a pianist.
Draw a pianist. Sure, I'll draw a pianist.
I think that was a reference to a mistake Jeanette Lee once made about 20 some odd years ago. She was using a similar type device and made a drawing that was illustrating a shot idea that she had, and she, let's just say that she ended up
Making two balls and a stick.
It was
in
a little
an
bit vulgar.
unfavorable
It was a little bit vulgar,
position.
yeah. And she recognized it almost immediately and was embarrassed. So we're going to do our best to avoid drawing any pianists.
Yeah, we'll be PG-13. We'll try not to curse.
What's the Laz versus Tokov score? That's a great question. They are on the other side of the room. I can't see them. You'll have to come down to Skinny Bob's. We're at 300 Hester's Crossing in Round Rock, Texas. And Southwest is a great airline.
Quick shout out to the Sanders for putting this event on and allowing all of us great players to come through here and have a great time. I'm super excited to be here. Amazing room. Quick thanks to Predator as well. They've helped support this endeavor. I believe Patsura is sponsored by Predator. A lot of great cue makers out there, guys.
Yeah, I think someone was actually talking about what kind of cue Vitaliy Patsura uses. You know what? I can possibly find out real quick.
He's got a Predator logo on his shirt.
Is it Predator Black? BLAK?
Looks like a wood shaft.
Yeah, it does look like a wood shaft.
Unless he's testing out someone else's cue. He's got a...
Do we ever stream action matches? That's a great question. We haven't really. We have done it once, and that was in part because it was Banks action, and we had it on this table right here. The problem is that a lot of the action that would occur in the room happens in the back of the room on the tight pocket table, and we haven't gotten around to equipping that table just yet. We've been focusing on the tables that are used for tournament play, which is tables, basically tables 1 through 16, but we've been focusing mostly on the front of the room, which is where we keep most of the top matches in the tournament. So it's tables 1, 2, and 5 right now, but we're continuing to build this out. And yeah, like we said, all the revenue that we generate from this stream, we're putting it right back into it.
They did a ring game here, right?
They did. They did.
I don't know if that counts as action, but to me that's action.
Yeah. They recently had a Banks game. It was a Scotch doubles Banks game just a couple weeks ago between, who was it? It was Tracy Sanders, and I can't remember who his partner was off the top of my head, against two young players, Hunter Derryberry and why am I forgetting who the two partners were? I remember that Tracy Sanders was on one team and Hunter Derryberry was in the other. So it's just local action. I think they were playing for like 500 or something like that. But yeah, this will happen a bit more, I think.
Stream is all set. Lag is about to commence.
Yeah, and there's no live streaming in the action area just yet, but you know, we're working on it. We'll get to it. I know it's top of mind.
Gorst won the lag.
Oh, I could have done it this way.
This is nice view. Wonderful. So he's playing the 4 and 7 in the side. The 5 and 6 will bank one rail towards the respective corners, so 6 towards the upper right corner, 5 towards the upper left corner. He'll be playing for the 1 position in the upper right corner. Try to give you guys much info on the first one. 4-7, come on, baby.
7 ball tracking, 4 ball,
Both,
no, neither. Wow.
Both short, both on the lower side. So he'll adjust his break position and his power to get those balls to go higher.
So it looks like the 8 ball has access to the side pocket there. That's good. The 2 ball's in a funky spot. And the 1 ball cuts, it looks like. But what do you do here?
I wonder if he can play for the 2 in the same pocket as the 1. That sounds a little crazy, but it's a little bit of a low outside shot, swinging around the 7-4, coming down for the 2. Now he hit the 7.
Or he could just hook himself.
So he hit the 1 a little chubby.
Well, he's only partially hooked. He can still see a piece of this 2 ball. So he's got something he can work with, but this won't be easy.
There's a lot of scratch on that. If he cuts the paint here, this will be an awesome shot. This is a 1 pocket shot.
Yeah.
If he makes it, there is no scratch. If he hits a chubby, there's a huge scratch.
Oh, look at this. Wow, really nice attempt.
And rewarded for the nice attempt. Gorst not hesitating much. This might be a kick and stick kind of situation, or he might be going for the... He called the side pocket, but I don't think that exists. How's he playing it in the side? Maybe off the 5?
The 10 ball.
I don't know what he just called in the
I
side.
think he called the 10 in the side.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the only ball that's in the way, you know?
Or the 3 in the side.
I guess the 3 would be in the way, but why call the 3?
Right. Well, you got to call something, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, off the 5, he was thinking in the side. Okay. Great shot.
Beautiful shot.
Okay, so Vitali's going to jump the ball, try to bank the 2, 1 rail towards the lower right corner. Okay, if this doesn't land in front of the side, it'll be acceptable. So we got some congestion here with the 7-8-5, and that's going to be the determining factor of how to win this rack. So we'll see how Gorst tries to attack this. Right now, if he makes the 2, position on the 3 is a bit precarious. He's got to dodge the side pocket over here, making this 2 ball if he decides to address it and cut it.
Yes.
Okay, so he played the cross corner.
Yeah, this just started.
on the 2, made the 2 in the side, opened up that cluster that we were talking about. Pretty creative shot. Got a little bit unrewarded. I'm not sure what he's got here as far as the 3 is concerned. He might have a carom on the 10. He might have a cut in a 3.
Wow, I don't think he has anything.
I think he's banking the 3 back towards the middle diamond here and
Oh,
trying
look.
to put a little bit of life on the 10. He called the 10 in the side over there. Oh, he was just playing the 3 in the side. Okay, so he went direct at the 3 over there. A lot of balls to save him behind. Probably using the 7 as a blocker. Just that snuggle up on the 7 shot.
Oh, it's going to leak. He hit that like me.
So he hit it a little too thin, which gave the cue ball a little more life. He
I
wanted
didn't
to hit
mean
it
I
hair
was
chopper.
thin. I mean I hit it like I hit it. Although Andrew Cleary is in the room and he posted something on Facebook calling me Skinny Jude. As he's like, I didn't see Skinny Bob, but I saw Skinny Jude.
Oh, Cleary.
He must be referring to my salad days, both figuratively and literally.
I feel like he's very high percentage to make this 3.
Yeah, Vitaly's such a good jumper.
Probably an 80% chance to throw out a number, but I think he's pretty high percentage to make it. Position ended up okay, but not favorable to get to the 5. I was just seeing if he could use the 7 to help him at all. I don't see it. He might just be playing safe because he can't get position on the 5. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Very intelligent shot there. Solved the problem. Froze him on the 7. Gorst has to kick at this ball and safe him. Now, if he can kick it and put the cue behind the 9-10, you know, if he can do something like this, hit this ball, and have the cue float forward over here and have this ball come over here, that would be a beautiful scenario. Not sure if he's going to be able to execute that, but that's a good option for him.
Yeah, I think that's what he's looking at too.
Okay.
Gorst is really going to take his time here.
He can also thin it, try to get the 4 here, and try to get the cue to come this way.
He's got a masse into it. We got to watch for that 7 ball. Does he get the rail? Wow. Just by the narrowest of margins.
Yeah, he went through a couple different options and came up with a good solution, just came up a sliver short of perfection. Even with ball in hand, this is real demanding. That 7 ball blocks a lot of real estate. I might actually try to use the 7, but then it could get tied up with the 6, so I wouldn't do that.
Uh-oh. No, he's okay. This is still a little uncomfortable. You know, you have to avoid those side pockets, so you're going to have to use a little bit of draw and Z back into that 6 ball. This is not going to be a lot of fun.
I actually stay above.
Or stay above it? Yes,
yeah.
that might be the move.
Make sure I get back to the middle of the table. Yeah, that's the right play there. Avoiding the 7 ball, possibly blocking, and since the 7's in front of the side, he just had to make the ball and not land behind it.
So this is looking pretty good. That 9 ball goes in both the left side and the bottom right corners. Ooh.
Ooh, little chubby.
That 6 wiped its feet on the way in. Vitaliy could end up playing for either pocket on the 9 ball, I think.
Yeah, I prefer the corner, and I think that he does as well based on his position play, but he does still have both options, so he could surprise us. I like following.
The way the 8 ball is, the way the 7-8 was sitting, I thought it led well to the 9 on the side. But yeah, this was also always in play.
Adrenaline caught him a little there, and he's a little bit favoring the 10 ball, which I don't like. You never want to have to hit the 10, but I think you can avoid it. Yeah. I think you're right, Jude. Just a nice follow shot. Again, a little far. Again, still okay, but I'm just saying he would like to be thick on these balls. These last 2 balls were easy thick. A little closer than I would like.
Vitaliy Patsura gets first blood. Now, I didn't update the tablet score, so I'm wondering if somebody else was doing that, like one of the players, but we can do that for them right here. And that was Gorst's break. Okay.
Uh-oh, I'm learning how to use the system here.
Yeah, here we are.
All right.
Doing our best here to just...
Look at me draw. Look at me draw. Look at me draw.
We're just pool players, just trying to be all technical here, you know?
All right, 7-8 in the side. 4-6 up table.
Look at that 8. Look at that 7.
4-6 up table.
4 down.
Position on the 1, baby.
How do you like it now?
I think that should be patented. This is a super high quality break.
Yeah.
And Patsura coming out strong.
Look at this stroke.
Talking about coming out strong, he's like, hey, I can show you something.
And he's going to want to get that magic rack off the table soon.
Judah's reading my mind. I was thinking the same thing. Does he go between the 9 and 10 for position?
I think so. Ooh. Did he overcook it?
Slow down, baby.
He overcooked it.
Now, he's overcooked the last 4 shots. He overcooked 9, 10.
Really crispy. Now he moves the magic rack. He shot that so fast.
Yeah, he's been shooting a little fast. Can he make the ball, or am I misseeing it? I feel like he's blocked.
He's 100% blocked.
Okay, so he's kicking at it.
Yeah, he's got a kick at it.
That's unfortunate, because this was a rack that was sitting pretty...
Ooh, that was doubly unfortunate. Vitaliy Patsura with the unforced error.
Yeah, pretty rudimentary for the level of play that we're expecting here. And instead, quality rack went from Vitaly's to Gorst just by a simple speed error.
Yeah, that was a really disappointing inning by Vitaliy Patsura. I fully was expecting him to extend this lead, and that does not appear to be the case now.
Yeah, against Gorst, you're not allotted a lot of unforced errors.
You don't become an 847 messing up layouts like this.
And I agree with you. I think he shot a little fast.
Yeah.
And I know people out there are like, oh, but I mean, honestly, this is high pressure, guys. These guys are playing for their livelihood, for their reputation, for their ego. You know, there's a lot on the line here, and it's hard to always perform. And I think of the game as 3 facets. There's the physical, the mental, the emotional, and people really don't credit the emotional that much. But
I think the emotional can be 90% of it.
Yeah, it might be the most important aspect. Yeah. The other half. You know, the decision making is the mental, the physical capabilities of the stroke, etc., is the physical, and then the emotional is the pressure of trying to win, the ego fighting us, living in the past or the future instead of the moment. And just like that, guys,
Fedor
Steven
Gorst has tied it back up at 1.
And breaking.
We are racing to 7. This is the 2026 Texas Open 10 ball coming to you live from Round Rock, Texas. Brought to you by Predator Cubes. And check them out, because they're going to be having a huge event in San Antonio this November. Weekend of Thanksgiving. I'm really excited. There's never been... I'm a Thanksgiving baby, and there's never been pool.
We're both Thanksgiving babies.
There's never been pool for me to watch, like, on my birthday. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. We might end up both playing in it, you know?
That might be the move. I usually play the International Open, so I'm really hoping that they get that.
Fedor Gorst to break. 7-5 in the second row.
Situated. Okay.
7 tracking, 5 down.
1 upper right corner. Doesn't want the 6 to roll in the way. Now, I don't know if anyone else sweated the Gorst SVB match, the first one, but this was the story of his tournament, his match. That 6-ball kept blocking the 1-ball after every break he had. And that's what he'll be fending against as he gets more and more comfortable with the table.
So this might be one of the most awkward spots to push out from. You've got a hanging 1-ball.
Now, I'm going to call a spade, but Gorst might be the best jumper in the world. Is this not like something you take on?
Check this out. Look at that 210. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do take it on, and
play position for the 210 combo.
You might have to take on that 210 combo. Yeah.
Now he's not taking that.
It's weird because this is such an easy layout. Like,
okay, I'm not out of my mind. He
Yeah.
just grabbed his jump cue. He's drinking about it.
I mean, it's such an easy layout otherwise. If he had a clear shot on this one, he would be running this out in place. But
well, the 2's not in
the
a
2
favorable
is not
position.
in a favorable position. Yes.
He could also kick at it. Okay.
He's going to kick at it. Okay, so yeah, look at
Just
this.
went for the 1 pocket safety.
Oh, that's such a disappointing result. It's such a brilliant idea. He was going to use that 4-ball as cover, and yeah, a 1 pocket type shot. And you really want to make sure that you get that first stab at that 2-ball.
Well, he's got a wall of balls. He's going to put this behind the 9-2 10 right now, I believe. Either the Q or the 1. He chose the Q ball.
Yeah. Because the thing that you might want to keep in mind here is look at where that 9-ball sits, okay? That 9-ball sits in a very important place. It occupies important real estate because it means that it's possible, not saying it's guaranteed, but it's possible that whoever shoots the 210 combo could use the 9 for cover. So it could be a free shot.
Yeah, now this jump is a lot easier because he's got a lot more time to get the cue ball to land.
That is the last thing the course wanted to do. So I think we're going to see that 210 combo right now. Well, not right now, but soon now. Like any minute.
Definitely plausible shot. I think he wants to cue in line with the 4-ball. That makes the combo on.
Is he going to try and run him out in place? He's looking.
He could also play position for the 2 between the 9-10, which obviously is a higher percentage shot.
And he could just play safe. He could just play a normal, just run-of-the-mill, keep the cue ball behind the 9 safe.
Ball in hand, you hate playing safe early,
Yeah.
you know. But
Certainly
I think you called it.
Yeah. I wanted to see the 210 combo.
I think you called it, Jude. Can he play the 2 off the 7? If the 2 goes off the 7, he has natural position on the 3-ball. That's probably what he was playing for.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
That's exciting. He's just going to play smart pool. Mark down Vitaliy Patsura for a defense. It's it's Fedor Gorst's inning right now.
Yeah, if he's got a 1 rail, this 7-ball does help the 2 in pocket. This 7-ball makes this side pocket shot huge right here.
Yeah, let's bring this up to here. Ooh.
Yeah, now if he's got to shorten it or do some
Let's keep it on this angle and watch exactly how this plays out.
yeah, he's playing this short. He's shorting this up.
Oh.
And he shorted it up too much. Clipped the 3 on the way in. So I believe Gorst is on 2. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just missed a jump and then he missed that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to come into play, but
No, let's do it. Vitaliy, come on. Let's get him on 3.
What I might do is bump the 4 in
You'll
better
be in
position.
the running for the Ross Brookshire Award.
I think he's supposed to bump the 4 into open space so the 6 isn't blocking it. So play the 2, bump the 4 towards the left corner, and play position on the 3. You see what I was saying there? Why not bump it?
I agree 100% there. Just a little bit of a nudge would have made a huge difference, almost in any direction, really.
Yeah.
He must feel confident about running them out in place. We'll talk to him about that shot later.
It's just helpful, and he had the right angle on the 3 by doing it, so I don't understand why he wouldn't.
Kids today, you know.
those are things that I see Pagaline do more than anybody else, and I feel like it increases his percentages of running out that little extra sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every now and then you get in trouble and you feel like a donkey because you get funny after.
Well, Patsura does handle this well. He clears off those balls in routine fashion, and here he is. All he needs
He's
to do
okay.
is
He's
get
okay.
position
He's
on
okay.
that 7.
It was
and
it was
get
a
there.
it was a love tap. It wasn't a painful tap.
Yeah, he got there.
It wasn't a Dr. Pepper tap. It was a love tap.
And now he's going to have to avoid the 9 ball for position on this. Oh, he's not even going to contest it. Yeah.
Did you get your Dr. Pepper for the day?
I did not.
We'll have to work on that.
I did not. I had half a coffee. Ooh.
I like how he played that. He didn't want to be on the rail.
Yeah.
He can follow up or draw back. Most guys like to draw. I'm not sure why. But I like to draw it too. I don't know what it is. I think it's personal preference, but maybe they get more skids with the follow. Maybe that's what it is.
I think there's a couple of reasons for it. Personally, I like how the outside spin will kill the speed when it hits the rail.
Okay.
And you saw that happen there. It's also just it's nice because it feels like you're letting your stroke out a little bit. That
Good.
flick of the wrist.
These are all the things that I thought, but I just wanted to hear you say it.
Oh.
I love
Okay.
Jude. Oh, we got to fix that score. What are we at? Vitaliy just got that one, so I will update that
2
in
to
just
1,
a
yes.
second here, I think.
So we're tracking the 6 and the 9. Keep an eye on those 2 balls, guys. Second row. Vitaliy Patsura is like an expert at this. He
His
really
last
is.
break was absolutely phenomenal.
6 tracking, 9 tracking. Look at this.
Notice how he crossed over. Remember I was saying, guys, if you cross over the rack, you get a little better result.
If his
He definitely
break was a
crossed it.
video game, I'd throw the video game out. I'd say it was too easy.
We might do that with Shane as well. And Fedor. And pretty much everyone left in the tournament.
He's flat on this 1 ball, though, so he's going to have a really difficult time navigating this cue ball to the other end of the
Can
table.
we see the top view on this one second?
Absolutely.
Does he have enough angle to draw back and spin it?
Oh, no.
I'm not sure. Well,
We missed it. Sorry, guys.
never mind.
I tried to get back in time.
I think he wants to forget that shot. Now, was he trying to use force follow? I didn't even see. I was drawing.
Yeah,
I was doing diagrams.
and I looked away for a second.
All right. Well,
He shot that quickly. So lesson learned. I'm going to keep my eyes closer to the screen. And less on the controls.
okay. So that's the 4 in the upper right corner, guys. The 4 and 8 sometimes get a little elusive with these colors, but the 4 ball to the 5, I think, is the critical part. And I would leave the cue ball kind of in line with where the 5 is. So I would want this kind of line on the cue so I can Z back this way for the 5.
I don't mind having the right side angle either.
You're saying this direction.
Yeah.
Then this comes in play, and that's my only concern with that angle.
You could aim to run into the 8 ball. I think that's what I would be.
But that's what he went for. He
Yeah.
went for your line, so
Yeah.
that's a little insightful there.
We'll see how this plays.
I think I would try to go between these balls here.
Oh, is he going to short this? He's going to short this. See, they're all making my mistakes.
He's going to bank this, maybe. So I think he's going to go this route with the 5.
Sorry.
That's okay.
When they're getting ready to shoot, I always flip it back to this view, but
Playing for the 7 here, I think.
look at this. Look at
Okay,
this.
all out safety. And marriage counselor, a little too close. That's a great safety, and that was always there, so he just opted not to play the bank. So you always have an offensive or defensive. He played incredible safety shot, so good on him. What a great kick shot he just played there. Super strong. Tried to kick it towards the 8. Tried to use the 8 ball as a pocket blocker. Obviously, it doesn't always have to work out, but he hit a great shot. Now, what Fedor may do is just snuggle up on that 8. Problem is he's got to get the 5 to rail, so it's a little awkward because he's a little too thick on the 5 to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if he can snuggle up on the 8. Let's take a look. It's hard to tell from this angle. Oh, he can. He can. He's got it. But yeah, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that cue ball to squirt out like that.
So he didn't like it, so he went for going behind the 10 was what he was actually trying to achieve.
Okay, so he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, he opted against it.
That would have been weird. It's like he missed that safety by a lot.
So the reason he did that was he couldn't lose the 5, meaning he couldn't lose on that shot, and he could win.
Yeah, didn't want to sell out, and this being a secondary result.
I think he might try to put the cue behind the 10 here. That's what I would play. I'm not sure what that's what he's going for.
Beautiful shot.
Effective. Very effective shot. Looks like he's got room, and if he's got room, I think he's forced to cut it.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. We'll find out in a moment.
A little insight on this shot. If you guys are ever cutting at this ball, we call it the pro side, but you always want to play to overcut this. Not because the angle is different, but because the collision-induced throw pushes it towards the rail. So if you hit it correctly, the collision-induced English will force the 5 ball to the short rail. So everyone plays to overcut this ball. He didn't like it so much that he's trying to get the cue behind the 7 and the 5, and he just came up short by 2 inches. Very creative shot, wasn't able to execute.
So unfortunately, he's leaving a rather routine layout here for Patsura. I don't think Gorst is going to be seeing the table again, at least not in this frame.
Little awkward. I might play for the 7 in the corner and the 8 in the same corner upstairs. So both balls here, but he's looking at the side pocket, so he's probably not going to do that. Maybe he can follow above it still. I don't know. I feel like that's a long shot.
Yeah, this is.
A little awkward.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm holding my breath.
It is natural position.
I still expect him to get out here, but this is definitely a missable shot at this point. Uh-oh. Vitaliy Patsura has found the drink. He's going to knot this up at 2. Gorst is taking ball in hand and making the final 10 ball. They're going to go through the formalities.
He's drinking sewer water on that shot.
Yeah.
Man, brutal. Can we get the top view while they're back?
I was just about to get that.
There we go. Now we'll be able to see the
yeah.
ball color and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, with this setup, and just a little insight, guys, these 2 balls are coming to the rail and back towards the middle, so they don't move as much, which means that this 8, 9, 10 is going to be on this half the table at the end, more than likely.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on the 7-5, which is the 2 balls that Gorst is most likely to make in the sides.
Now, he came up short a couple times, so I expect him to make an adjustment to have the 5 and 7 go higher.
5 tracking, 7 was high and the 5 was low.
7 went a hair too high, hit the point. So now he needs to move the cue ball, from my perspective, a little further out, and the 7 goes straight in. So a little closer to the first diamond as opposed to closer to the middle. Just going to tickle this over. Okay, don't laugh because he got tickled.
So he's going to leave full view of the 1 ball, but this will be an interesting return safety here. You think he's going to try and use the 4 for cover, or he's going to leave the 1 ball in place and send the cue ball around the table?
I would probably try to kick the 1 into the 2 underneath and get the cue ball up table. But I would try to get as much distance as possible. Yeah, he's trying to use that 3 ball like Patsura tried. Also slightly unsuccessful.
Yeah, he's going to have a full view of this as well.
Now, what do you think about kicking this?
Oh, sorry. I'll bring this back over here.
What do you think about kicking this towards this corner, and if you miss, missing it this way so it comes here, and you're kicking underneath, so you have shape on the 2 if you make it.
It's aggressive. The only problem is the potential of hanging it. You could hang it or leave it in that sort of pocket area. I could see happening. And you have full view of the ball, so you can still play safe. But
my only concern
it's
about
a nice idea. I like it.
Is sometimes you make the 2.
It's a nice idea. I like it. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I think he's looking at your idea.
It's got a little bit of two-way. And you could also just straight up bank it and get the same result. So you could either bank or kick it. Okay, he banked it the other way.
Ooh.
Almost a second scratch unexpected by Patsura. Very fortunate there that we're on diamond tables, not on a Brunswick.
What a spot for Gorst. So Gorst is hooked behind the 4 ball, and he's in the pocket pretty much.
Has an easy 1 rail kick though. Let's not forget that he's got some good solutions here. He's calling the corner, but my guess is he's trying to rim it around the corner and get the cue ball back up by the, or the 1 ball back up by the 6. No, he hit it pretty soft.
Uh-oh.
All right. I thought he was going to get some separation from those balls.
Here comes Vitaliy Patsura. We're 2-2. What a great opportunity he has to take the lead here.
I'm seeing a few more safety or kick errors than I've seen from these 2 guys. They're having a little bit of difficulty adjusting to the table conditions, I think. Still playing exceptionally high quality pool, of course, guys. Just not used to seeing guys scratch on these kicks. Is he just going to draw straight back or is he it back?
Ooh.
I like drawing it straight. By crossing the line, I'm pretty guaranteed to have angle on the 2, which is what I want.
You have to draw it back. It's not a fun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's no bueno.
Tournament director, no bueno? No bueno?
No bueno. He's going to have to play safe here. See if he can utilize that 4 ball, or maybe he can even like send that 2 ball toward the 6. Oh, he's going to leave it right there, and that's not going to work out for him. That is a mistake. Definitely a mistake.
The bigger mistake is understroking that 1 of the 2. There's no reason why he shouldn't have used that short rail to help him out.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, he might have gotten away with this because he's left Gorst on the rail, but that 6 ball is looking awfully big right now. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so as you can see, guys, both players are human, and not every time you get to the table, you're not going to execute your best game. I think this message is for my buddy next to me. We were talking about this earlier today.
Well, okay. Patsura gets behind that 7 ball really well. Gorst has got his hands full. Some of those kicking lanes are blocked, so he's going to have to go into this probably using some right spin.
I like 3 rails coming underneath.
I like the 1 rail hitting that side rail. Just, oh, he is going 3 rails underneath. He has to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but that's what I think he's doing. I think
he's
going around
the side. I can't imagine.
1, 2, 3, kick it.
Well, that's not going to get him the reward he was looking for.
That was a very high executed shot, though. Very high quality, good thought out plan. A lot of good things could happen going that way. He just got one of the unfortunate Results.
Vitaliy Patsura. He's taken the conservative approach on getting position on the 3, making sure that he can leave the 7 ball in place. He had much more ball than I thought.
Yeah, he had a nice chubby angle on that, which
Yeah.
is what he wanted.
Yeah, this is really standard fare at this point. The 5 to the 6 being his greatest challenge ahead of him.
I wonder how many times these two have played in the past and what their results are. Only asking because I see Gorst playing a little more tentative than what I usually see him play.
Huh.
I don't know if it's the table, he's just getting a little used to the table, or if he's actually feeling a little heat from Vitaliy. But both players have had a couple more innings at the table than I expected. I don't even know what just happened there.
Uh-oh.
He's going to have to accept the long shot in the 8. Not crazy long, but, you know, like 3 diamonds away.
Thought I brought my mints in, and I did not.
He's considering going 3 rails, playing the 8 in the side. I'll be surprised if he does that, because that brings the 10 in play. He's doing that. That brings the 10 in play.
Uh-oh.
That brings the 10 in play. Don't do it to him. Don't do it to him.
There's a ball there. There's a ball right there.
I think that he could thin it and just accept a little longer shot in the 8. But maybe he didn't have the angle to hold it. I can't assume he would take that unless he didn't have it. So
Patsura's jumping,
visual.
going airborne.
Very good jumper, one of the better jumpers in the business, and gonna stay alive. It looks like. Wow. But to be honest, Gorst has to be just ecstatic to be getting back to the table here.
It's true.
Now he missed his last jump, so he's going to take a little extra time, make sure he gets a little more dialed in.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say that Fedor Gorst is the best jumper in the world. I
would categorize him as one of the best. You have Atencio, okay. You have Gorst. Yeah. Shane actually jumps exceptionally well. I don't know.
I think I like Atencio the most, but yeah, I think you're right. I think labeling one person as being the best is a little silly, but yeah.
Oi actually jumps exceptionally well.
Yeah?
There's a lot of great jumpers out there. Yeah, I have seen Atencio do some pretty incredible things for the cash.
Ooh, Fedor Gorst
just rimmed it.
What a great attempt by Fedor Gorst. Here comes Patsura with a great opportunity to break this tie. He'll just want to make this 8 ball and try and leave the 9-10 intact.
Does he have to go around the 10 to get position, or can he use inside English and check it?
I think inside English is perfectly reasonable, but this is going to be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I think inside. He's using inside, so that's available. Definitely available.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So exciting match, really. Just going to draw back for the 10. Sitting pretty nice here. After an unforced error for position, pretty fortunate. Oh, he went for it. Okay. Pretty fortunate to be alive here. I thought that he was going to be in trouble, but he's not. So Vitaliy up 3-2. Guys, I'll do a quick shout out to Skinny Bob's amazing room. Lots of great pool happening this week. We had the one pocket previous this. Playing the 8-9 in the side. The 5 and 6 should also be up table, and the 7-4 should be hovering around the middle. Okay, got the 9, got position on the 1. All right, another incredible break by Vitaliy. Really, with this break that he's putting down, he's got a really good chance to win this match. Now, if he uses outside English, he can come here, or he can use inside and come down here. I like the outside English myself. Let's see what Vitaliy chooses. Okay, he chose a 1 rail, and he might get safe behind the 10. I don't know, he might be able to see the 3. I thought he was safe for a second, but I think he can see the 3. He's getting down pretty quickly. Okay, he can see it. A little jacked up over the 8, but he's got a good shot. I believe he was playing for the 4 on the side. Just overstroked that ball a little bit. Now, what he might be able to do, guys, is spin down here with a little bit of outside English and come this direction towards the 5 ball. I like that a lot. He could also just use a little bit of draw, come 1 rail. The problem with the 1 rail, sometimes you end up a little close to the long rail. So that's why I use the outside English, just to give me the relief off that rail. Okay, he hit that a little harder. Came up a little unfortunate there. With the softer hit, he would have got a little more draw and wouldn't have had the slide or the stun on the shot. Instead, he got a little more stun, so it came wider than he anticipated. Now, if I'm coming from the right school here, I like playing the bank here, short, where if I miss it, I come here, my cue ball comes this direction, I get shape on the 6, regardless. He's playing the side pocket. It is a bigger pocket. There is not really much of a two-way shot here. So he's going all out for the shot. I don't see him being favorable on a two-way shot coming out of this. All right, guys, so Judah's back in the box with me.
Yep, I'm just checking the times and stuff.
I think he can avoid the double kiss here. So just straight back. Wasn't able to avoid it. Had to cut it a little extra to try to avoid it. And Vitaliy surviving a couple unforced errors back to back.
Did you want to get to the airport at 5:30?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Sorry.
Guys, I'm flying out to Newark at 5:30. Jude is a gentleman and scholar and giving me a lift.
It's a holiday. That's why there's no traffic.
He's like, this should take an hour. Wait, no. It's super quick.
Sorry, guys. Yes, I was just checking. I got to make sure that Michael gets back to New York in one piece.
Gorst needs to take full control on his break. Oh, wow. I was talking about the break. Vitaliy hit that so hard. He was trying to get the cue ball off the rail after he made the 8 and overpunched it.
So some people are asking about what are they doing? They're not. They're a little bit surprised by the mistakes. I stepped away for a moment, but let me ask you, Michael.
They're human.
Well, it's more than that. Do you think that the worn conditions of skinny bobs are? Do you think that's more difficult for them than the pristine conditions that they may be used to playing on
I,
with their televised matches on
Day
Matchroom and
one or two, I would agree with you that that would be a possibility, but at this stage,
yeah.
they should be really locked into these tables. I would be surprised that they're not. Um,
Beautiful shot by Fedor Gorst. Look at that. Perfect. How'd he hit it?
just killed it in there.
Wow. Phenomenal shot. And keep it right here on this camera. He just wants to make sure that he knocks this down. Fedor Gorst looking to tie it back up at 3.
He's just going to follow this, go to the long rail and back out.
Yeah. Let's just stroke out a little. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no scratch unless you force it in.
Gorst is going to be taking a break right now, so we're going to flip over to another table.
Vitali's probably grateful. He needs a break after that 8-ball. I would want a second to recalibrate.
So we've got Roland Garcia, 4-2 over Marco Tuscher. And let's see what else we've got over here.
Okay.
We've got Gerson Martinez, 4-1 over Mark Estiola. So we can stay right here for a little while. Or maybe we'll go back and forth between the two until we get back to this match here. And this is a really nice view because we get to see, you know, a good chunk at the front of the room. That's Kim Sanders shooting in the upper right corner. She's playing April Larson right now, who I think is on the B side.
She was the #1 in the Calcutta, right?
April Larson, yes, that's exactly right. But you can't fade Kim Sanders. She's a really tough opponent. And yeah, like you said before, don't let her Fargo fool you. She's a great shot maker.
Okay, so Gerson's up 4-1 against Mark.
4:30, 5. After this match, we can go. It's easy for you. Okay, but that's a little early.
Yeah, but then you get to do the commentary for the more prestigious matches as it goes higher.
Okay. Okay.
Just to make it easy. All right, guys. Gorst is back. He won the lag, so it's his break. Got a 3-3 scoreline. Both players playing, you know, human right now. Expecting both players to keep getting better and better as it goes. Whoever survives this is going to be feeling really good coming back in, because after you survive a match playing a little bit under your normal speed, a lot of time that means that you got a little fortunate and you're supposed to win the tournament. You know what I mean? So not the end result to have a little bit of a rough match and then suddenly see yourself in the finals. Okay, both balls went high that time, so he made an adjustment. Did make a ball though, so he's okay. I think he's got a 2-rail bank on the 1 with safety position behind the 7. I'm not sure, but it looks like he's doing something of that nature.
Because you can do the replays and stuff. I can't.
Yes. Hey, Michael. Guys, I'm going to let Michael introduce himself. He's coming into the box here.
Hello again, it's Captain Mike back in the house.
Captain Mike is live.
How are we today, this afternoon? Took me a little break, got refreshed, played a little 3-cushion.
I know, I saw you over there.
Played a little billiards. A lot of fun.
This has been an interesting match.
Oh.
Both players have played a little under expectations of themselves, probably. had quite a few unforced errors so far. I'm assuming at some point someone's just going to run away with it because that's what usually happens. But, you know, everyone's human. Everyone's allowed to miss.
No, they're not allowed to miss.
Nah, they're allowed. They're allowed.
We have expectations.
We have expectations.
No, you're 100% correct. Even these guys miss. We've seen it a few times over this week. But these guys know each other really, really well, so.
Yeah, I was actually curious how many times they've run into each other in the last, like, 2 years alone.
Yep. Well, they traveled together a lot as well, right?
I'm not sure of their travel arrangements. I know I travel with Jude.
That was my understanding, was that they do a bit of traveling together.
Okay.
All right, so get on up there.
Now, the position on the 4 was always going to be a little squirrely. I don't know if he's on the correct side or not.
I think he wanted to get a little further up the table.
We'll know in a second what angle he's got. If he can draw straight back, that's sweet.
I was gonna say, it looked like he was almost straight in. Did he draw it enough?
Now, both players have come up short, and he just pointed at the rail. He knows that he needs to hit the rail and come off because it's so much more room for error.
Yeah, and there really was no risk of scratching in the side with the 6 covering it, so.
I wonder if the table's just playing a little stickier. Maybe there's more people watching, and it's just playing a little more humid, and it's causing their speed to be off. But both players have overhit shots and underhit shots quite a bit this match, causing unforced errors. So speed control has really been the main force in the unforced errors. Decision making has been incredible. The lines of attack, that kind of stuff has been awesome.
Well, he's definitely taking it on. That's a pretty good stroke right there.
Incredible stroke. He wants us to get past the 7.
Yeah, doesn't want to be bridging over the 7, but he's going to be.
We call it treetop, jacked up. What do you guys call it out here?
Yeah, I call it treetop.
Treetop.
What's up, Mr. Forrest? Good to see you in the chat, sir.
Mr. Forrest?
Yeah, Forrest Sutton, one of the local players here.
Oh, I thought we were making a tree reference.
Yeah. That would be a good one, too. Hello, Forrest.
Okay, so he hated it so much he decided to play a basic safety.
Yeah, just containing
Keep it simple. But was it like they say in the Hopic? Keep it simple, keep it safe?
Keep it simple, yes. Yeah, but he's left the edge of this 5 ball for him, so.
Maybe he's got a nice double bank safety here, right?
I don't know if we can see quite the full 5 ball there, but maybe.
The 1 rail, I think the 7's in the way.
Yeah,
1 rail, I think the 7's in the way.
You called it. You called it. But he's left the shot on, but it's no easy shot. Queuing out of the pocket here.
It's on but off, right?
On, but there's a larger margin of error in this.
Tough action here, but anybody shooting it, this is,
Yeah, let's take it on.
This is better than jacked up 7 he had, a second ago.
Over the 7 ball, sure.
Yeah. Now, a little hint I've given to my friends and students, when I'm hitting this shot, I usually aim to hit a little thinner.
Yep.
Because the distance kind of grabs the 5 a little more and it wants to pull towards that short rail.
Yep. Yeah, just like that, you mean?
Yeah, just like that.
So is that due to you have really no choice but putting top on the cue ball, right? So it shortens that up.
I don't know what it is, but over the years I've discovered that it just pulls it towards that rail, so I always just overcut that ball.
Sure.
And then I give myself a little out, and I say, if I overcut it, I'm okay.
You've missed it on. We call it missing on the pro side, of course. So if you do miss it, the 5 comes back out to the short rail, and you get an opportunity at the safe as well.
It also gives you that ability to stay down the shot because you're committing to what you've decided.
Yes.
Gorst, one of the greatest fundamentals in the game. Obviously, he didn't jump up or anything, just missed the aim point. But
just, again, it was a tough shot. The full distance across the table, shooting out of the corner. So Vitaliy here, just going to stick him behind the 7 ball, maybe?
I don't know if the 5's going to come back and hit the 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, he's going to go thin.
Well, he's got the double bank, right?
Yes. He was going for the safe with use the
Okay,
7
just
ball.
thin. Okay.
Just containment, and he's done really well with it. Vitaliy might, Fedor might just try and kick it. Either kick it towards the 6 on the side or kick it, he's calling it down there just in case. But I think he's going with your shot if he really just trying to kick at the 2 rails to save.
Now, as a 3-cushion player, do you like to use low left here so that you pull it back towards the 7?
I do, yes. Which he did.
He's not going to be satisfied with this, though. He hit it a little too thin.
Yep. He's not going to be happy at all with that.
He was really attacking this diamond because that gives you that angle to come here.
Sure.
So he hit it a little thin on that shot.
So the shot is definitely on for Vitaliy here. Just keep the cue ball in the middle of the table somewhere. I'm just going to say
that hard.
he can, well, so I actually like hitting it a little bit firmer.
That prevents that pulling it towards the short rail.
Yes. And any kind of
skid.
And any kind of skid. Yeah. Hey, Cat Potty, thank you for the donation in the chat. Most appreciated. And yes, all pro tourneys need to wear shorts.
Or sweatpants.
Maybe not sweatpants. No sweatpants.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like dressing up for events myself.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Look sharp, feel sharp.
We want money in the sport. We got to look the
Gotta
part.
look professional. Yeah.
See, now the speed control has been the issue the entire set for both players.
Has it for both players? Yeah, interesting. Because when I was watching Fedor's match over on the other table earlier, it looked like he had a pretty good control over the speed.
Not on this table.
Not on this one. Huh?
Both have been struggling the entire set.
Interesting.
Maybe a couple decision errors, but I think overall just speed errors. Vitaliy missed an 8-ball last rack that I think most players would be astounded by. And yet all of us have missed it. Is he just playing the safety? Is he just bunting this here and bring this back here?
I would think so. I mean, why would you risk anything else? You're 3-3. So he went the long way around. The only reason I don't like it, I mean, he's going to get ridiculously good behind this 10 ball, but I don't like it because of how far the 7 has to travel. I like your idea better.
I think he did that to prevent the jump cue. You know?
That's no doubt
because
about
my
it.
cue, you're always going to have the jump capability. The way he went, he was preventing the jump cue. That might be exclusively for against someone like Gorst that jumps exceptionally well.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I mean, he's got him good, but he's still certainly within jump ability for Fedor.
For the elite jumper.
I mean, arguably one of the top 3 in the world at it, right?
Yeah, Jude and I were just talking about how good he really jumps.
You mean like that?
Yeah, like that. And just like that. Great shot.
Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Just great stroke on it. Actually want to look at it from the other angle, but yeah, just such a great shot.
I think he still has the cut, guys.
Oof. Tough one.
He has options. He could bank it short, where if he makes it, he wins.
I didn't see where he called it.
I wonder if he can bank it in the side and have the 9-ball be a blocker. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, played, again, speed control.
Got away from him a little bit, but.
Good shot, but the speed control, he really wants that behind the 10. I really suspect he's going to try to just thin this as thin as he can and bring this back up table.
Yeah, give the 8 an opportunity
Give
to
the
get
8 an
behind
opportunity to get behind, but the cue ball priority.
Yep.
also another option. Just bank it. Use the 9 as a pocket blocker, right?
True. Yeah, I like your first idea, just thinning it. And
How about this? How about cutting it and going this way? And if you miss it, you leave them safe. And if you make it, you get the 9.
not a fan. Not a fan. Too easy to leave it hanging in the pocket. And again, the #1 jumper on the planet, or maybe top 3 jumper on the planet.
Okay, he went for the third option, which he was trying to just bring the 8 here and leave the 8 there.
Yeah, and he's done
Acceptable.
okay. Let's give it a B+.
Yeah, no, I think he can cut it in or
He can
bank
cut it with some spin. Come around the 4 rails up behind, underneath the 9 ball if he wants.
He's just playing safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So because both players are playing a little off, I think they're playing a little more conservative, which is very smart. Right?
Yeah, that's a great safe, though. Yeah, that, I mean, they obviously have a huge amount of respect for each other.
You got to find a different way to win when you're not running out.
Not running out, yeah.
That's a very well executed safety. At first, I thought he let the 8 leak, and then I realized where his cue was going. I was like, oh, yeah, that's the right move.
Yeah, that 8 ball could have leaked just about anywhere except for right in the hole. But he's done really good with it to keep it out by that first diamond. I mean,
Michael, can we see the top view by chance?
Yeah,
See
yeah.
how big this 2-railer is?
yeah, for sure. Oh, it's there. Catches it a little thick.
Scratch was dangerous.
It was. All right, well,
Okay.
not going to be real happy there for sure.
This is awkward, though, because the side pocket is there. You would like to punch this, but the tangent is right towards the side.
Sure.
So he has to spin, stun, slide. Kind of, it's a
Yeah.
little edgy.
It's a little edgy. These guys are so good with that little, I mean, yourself included, so good with that little drag stroke just to get it, between the 9 and the side pocket for the cue ball. Just can't overspin it up into the, like I said, that tangent line, just holding it off. He could even run into the 9 just softly and be okay, but yeah, just like, oh.
That was a very tough shot, guys.
It was.
And he hit it really, really well. Very tough shot, though. It was just so awkward laying.
Right.
The angle just wasn't ideal.
Yeah, like you said, just recognizing that tangent line, you just can't take it full tilt on the draw there.
I don't think there's any other choice than play this 9 up table. And he's going the other route. I would never do this. Now, that's just me.
Yeah, I was going to say, what don't you like about going that route? Is it
Because you're always in line if you just roll up, and then the 10, the stop shot on the 9 gives you position on the 10 in the lower right corner. So why work the cue? The old Buddy Hall saying, why work the cue when you have position?
When you have position. For sure.
Maybe he wanted to let his stroke out. Maybe he felt like he knew the line really well. He played it great. I just personally get scared letting my cue ball go a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, so Vitaliy goes up 4-3.
Great shot, though.
Yeah, very well executed. Yeah, Johnny, it's been an odd match for sure. I mean, I just got here, 2 racks ago, and yeah, just odd from what I've seen. Just very
jarring.
Yeah.
I think both players are feeling a little bit of heat.
Yep.
This is a winner side match, right?
This is, yes.
So both guys still have another bullet.
Yeah, this is to get to the hot seat.
They're sitting really good here right now.
Oh, got to be loving it, yeah. How could you not? Just bring my bracket up
It's
again.
funny that this level is the hot seat. When if you watch all their other matches, this is probably the worst both of them would expect to play.
Right. Well, this is not the hot seat. This is to get to the hot seat.
This is to get to the hot seat. Okay, but they still have another bullet. Both players are still alive. Regardless.
I mean, I don't know, if at this stage are they looking at, well, who am I going to play if I don't kind of thing? I don't think you ever really want to be thinking about if I lose, who am I going to get? But, that's what we're here for, to look at stuff like that. So where does he go in this? It goes to 249. Oh yeah, still a long way to go to figure out who he's going to get, but it'll either be Miguel, Mayur, Tevez, or Tokov. So
Look at that break.
they did pretty solid.
His break has been nothing short of exceptional the entire match, which is why I expect him to get out every time.
Get out every time. So very similar to Shane's breaking earlier. Now Shane had just the first match of the day, just devastating control over the cue ball, but he did this a lot where the one ball gets up by that top pocket, you get a shot on it really well, but this two ball continuously ended up on this bottom rail, so he's having to just come with such a great stroke on the very first shot, which he did, hence the reason he won the way he did. So he's just, take what the table gives you.
I'm actually surprised by that, but he's got a wall of balls, the 8, 5, 7, 9, they can get the cue ball.
Yes.
But the 10 is huge, so I'm curious as to how he's going to get there.
Yeah, he's calling just in case back bank, but he's definitely playing to get behind this 7 ball, I would think.
Yeah, actually, I don't like this angle at all,
How
Michael.
close to the rail is this 2 ball? Yeah, it's tough. You almost wanted, I think you almost want to play the 2 up towards the 7-9, don't you? And just use the 10 ball to hold the cue.
What about thinning it? And I know you might not like this shot, but with inside English, bring the cue this direction.
That's not a bad option at all, actually.
From where he is, I think that might be the easiest for me personally to execute.
Yep.
And you're not trying to make the 2. In fact, you're not even trying to get close to making the 2, but just the inside English. And the worst result, the 2 doesn't have a pocket.
The 2 doesn't have a pocket, right?
Trying to get the cue here, Michael, with the double kiss scenario, so tough, you know? I think he's trying your shot, though. He might even just call the bank. Did he call the bank?
He called the bank, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he got a double kiss. He got a double kiss. Not the worst result,
Not
though.
the worst result. I don't think we're worried about him back cutting this. I mean, it does go, but I don't think he's taking that on. That would be.
Yeah, he's got such an easy 2 ball here and cue ball over in this direction.
Absolutely.
You know, it just doesn't seem like he would go aggressive here.
Yeah, he can. He's just gonna same shot he played earlier.
Okay, he's doing it the other way.
Wow.
He's not gonna like this.
I'm not disappointed with it. I mean, I guess he's got the 1 rail kick, but the 4 ball makes the line funny. Can he get to that? I guess he can get to that first diamond.
You're a 3 cushion player, so talked about the sliding effect. If he can get the cue to slide on that first rail, then it'll come short and he'll hit this pretty easily.
Yep.
As long as he understands where the slide is and where to hit the rail based on that.
Right. And given the way they've touched on the speed control here, speed control is not just the ball, it's the speed of the rails, of course. He might be a little confused by it, but he's going to go ahead and call it. I think he's going to be just somewhere inside this, the first diamond by the side pocket.
If he doesn't scratch, the 3's a hanger.
The 3's a hanger, absolutely. Yeah, just focus on making this ball. Yep, right there. That's the number, Vitaliy.
And he wants to hit the short rail and then the 2. He's not worried about getting trapped behind the 8.
Does not want to run into this 2 ball straight. I mean, if you're going that way and you have to hit it so soft, you change the slide of the cue ball, you change everything. Yeah, see, that's always the risk of running straight into it. You're having to play it with some speed. And if you notice when it comes off the rail, let me see if I can catch it real quick. I don't know if I caught enough of it. When he comes off the rail, it bends. So it gets here, and this whole ball just sort of comes off, and it comes off almost straighter, but then it bends right into the 2. Yeah, you just see the bend effect on it. And it's a ball in hand for Fedor. He's going to get paid off on the really good safety.
5 ball's the only slight problem, and he can play for the 5 ball on the side by the 9 ball.
5 goes, I'm looking at it physically at the table. 5 goes clean past the 8.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
well, that changes everything.
it goes very clean past the 8.
I still might play for the side just to not have that obstruction.
Sure.
Especially if I'm playing a little off.
That's exactly right. Yep.
If I'm feeling a little timid, you know, just to make that pocket, I'll choose the biggest pocket.
I mean, just given where he put himself on the 4 ball, he's going to be playing the 5 to the top corner. He was just lining up where he has to get the cue ball for the 7. Oh, yeah, there you go. See, that's why you're a pro and I'm not.
Well, you know.
No, you've seen that. Yeah, I get it. I'm just being funny. Comedic effect, that's what I'm around for.
He would have liked to roll a little forward, but I think he could use inside English and spin off the rail.
Spin right off the rail, yeah.
Spin it this
So,
direction.
yeah, so that's what he's looking at. Just went and put his Q-tip down right where you were looking at.
Obviously does want to clip the 9, so he's going to defend against that.
Now, is it possible to go 2 rails, you know, come off the rail, go south of this other side pocket over here and come back out to where you're talking?
I think it's possible. I don't know if it's necessary.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. They had so much room there. Really well done.
Yeah, now this is exactly what Fedor needs to start to feel good about the table, right? Wide open, you get to see the speed, you get to see how the rails are reacting, get to feel better, and then, you know, clinic time.
Yep. Saw somebody in the chat there saying Miguel Sevilla won him. I'll look at the scores here in just a second. Let's watch the rest of this rack, though.
Okay, we got a natural 3-railer or 1 rail back. I like the 3-railer because it takes away all scratches.
Yeah, I like the 3-railer as well.
Looks like Gorst does as well.
Yeah, it just makes all the sense in the world. It's so easy to keep it up there and natural on to get onto the 10 ball. Don't have to manipulate anything.
Takes away any possible unforced error.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, we are going to go 4-4. Going to keep this thing knotted up. Who broke this rack? I don't remember.
4-4.
Vitaliy broke that rack, huh? Okay.
Looks like
Fedor's breaking.
Fedor's hovering over the table, so it must be his break. Yeah, Fedor won a lag, so it's his break.
Yes, Angel, I did manage to get a little bit of 3 cushion, not 3 pocket. There's no pockets on that table. No, I did get an actual match with a couple of good friends. We had a 4-way 3 cushion battle. J-Drap, my name is Michael Heaps, Captain Mike here from Skinny Bob's Billiards, and right next to me is Michael Yednak from New York City.
Guys, I'm having a great time here.
House
yeah, one of the
Pro
house
in
pros.
Amsterdam?
Me and Thorsten, and
Yeah.
you know, they've got like 6 or 7 of us there, but it's my favorite room to play in, coach in.
Yeah, I bet. I've only been there once. It was probably 8 or 9 years ago.
He's starting to lock in the break.
Yeah, he just wants that one to come out a little bit. Look at all these. Look, just makes 4 balls on the break. Going to get a little unfortunate if he's going to take this 1 ball on. I mean, it's makeable, but really difficult control. Yeah, he's just looking to see where if he does make this spin, that's where the cue ball is going to go.
It would be nice to clip the 6 and come back to the middle. So what he looked at, guys, I think, was this here, clipping this, and then coming here off this, and then landing around here.
Somewhere around there, yep.
You know, that would be the sweet spot. So he just wants to nudge it, maybe develop the 6 off the 7 so that you get the 6 in the pocket, because right now that 7 ball's blocking a lot of real estate.
Yep.
Did he call the pocket or no? Or is he playing safe?
I think he's playing safe.
Okay.
No,
No, he called the
all of a
pocket.
sudden he's look at that. Just like you drew it up, he's just going to run out past it a little bit, but
That's
acceptable for sure.
even better, honestly.
Yeah, throws the 6 out in front of the pocket, frees up the 6-7. He can just, yeah, he's going to be very happy with that result.
I think he can roll this way for the 5.
Yep.
You know, very natural position. Developed the 6 super sweet. It hit both points and then landed in a juicy spot for him.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but the tendency for this shot is also to float forward towards the short rail.
Yep.
So sometimes if I'm hitting it soft, I put a little bit of extra English and use low outside instead to avoid that. And I think that's why he chose that option. So
Sure.
he had the follow option here, and then he chose the back draw that direction.
Yep.
So both options valuable, and you want to know how to hit both.
Sure. Justin Nayuki won that match with Devin. It was a hill battle royale over there.
Battle Royale. Last time I heard that was from Jim Gauthier, and it was Mika Imnan against John Schmidt.
Oh, really?
Straight pull. Race to 150.
Battle royale.
At a place called Greenleafs in Richmond, Virginia. No longer open after COVID. A little shout out to my buddy Jim Gauthier.
Yes, indeed.
Do you know Jim by chance?
I do not. I know the name.
He was a West Coast guy.
Yeah, I know the name.
They called him Carpet Jimmy.
Okay, I definitely know that name.
Yeah, he sold carpets and did that a lot. Great man.
Yep. Angel says you like that pen on the screen. You have to get it for Amsterdam.
Try not to be too distracting because it does kind of lose the aesthetics. I wish that we could do the telestrator where it did straighter lines automatic.
Yeah, where you can just touch 2 points and get a straight line in it. There are telestrators out there that will do that. This one just unfortunately doesn't have that capability. Might have to look at changing that before the next Open.
Fedor making short work of this rack, and that's one thing, every player has a little dip in their performance here and there, and then all of a sudden,
boom, yeah.
Yeah. Part of that, I think, is just the mentality of just trying to learn from every shot instead of getting frustrated. If you get frustrated, then you spiral further down. But if you're just trying to learn what's happening, table's playing a little bouncy here, table's playing a little slow here, that kind of stuff. Table's grabbing a little bit, table's not grabbing. Then you start to fine-tune it, and you get locked in and start performing well. And then you never really have a complete bad set, just a couple bad shots.
Yep. Hamza, is that the same Hamza that plays with us here on the weekend tournaments? Hamza and his cousin Flawed. Yeah, definitely rest in peace, Mika.
Yeah, Mika was one of the house pros at Amsterdam. I had the good fortune of rooming with him a lot, traveling a lot with him.
What a great guy.
He was one of those pros that would actually spar with me.
Yeah.
And that's rare.
Yeah.
In New York, guys just don't go head-to-head with each other to keep fit, And Mika was that guy for me, so I really miss Mika. A lot of good times with him.
Yep.
Right, so Vitali's a little further out to the left this time.
Yeah, I'm obviously just working on the break the whole time, right? It wasn't right in the side pocket, like it had eyeballs.
Again, guys, crossing over.
Yep.
Look at how good the spread is.
Yeah.
So in 10 ball is the only one of the rotation games where you want to cross over 10 ball or 15 ball. If you mishit it, you do want to mishit it on the side he mishit it, but ever so slightly. So if he's going to mishit it, he's going to miss it ever so slightly to the left.
Yeah, and he actually, in the process of crossing over, he just got a little more draw off it. It almost double kisses back off the one ball, right?
Yeah.
Catch it just a touch thick. And all right, so golden opportunity here for Fedor.
Yeah, this is
3 balls, only the tough one there, I guess, and it's the next ball, so going to run right into it or miss it.
Okay, so lock him up on the 5, get the 9 to the rail.
Absolutely.
Doesn't want to make the 9, so that's what he was checking.
Yeah.
If I hit the 3 into the 9, how do I make sure I don't make the 9?
Pretty good shot there. Big Dude Fish asking, is Gavin out, the 12-year-old? Yep, he is out. He lost earlier to Miguel Savia.
Miguel is just taking out a bunch of champions. What's that guy doing?
He's crushing.
He got me out.
Yeah, I know.
Jerk. I had him fight too, and he came back on me.
Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, he's been playing really, really good. We, he was here last September and shot the lights out of it as well.
trying to make this and get lucky and find that window between the 6-8. So he's trying to come right here, make it, and then land here,
Yep.
asking a lot. If he errors, he's probably going to try to error this way and get the cue ball this direction.
Sure, that makes sense. Oh, he's actually going 2 rails here.
Well, 2 rails. Well, then he's going pretty direct at it. He might make this and might get shape on the 4 that way.
Or he might get a little too much spin on it and go long.
I like his decision, though.
Sure.
There. That's probably better than going the 1 rail at it.
Yep.
Because you have a chance to get shape on the 4.
Absolutely.
Smart
Hey,
play.
thank you, Clayton, for that generous donation. Sorry you're not going to make it out today to watch in person, but glad you're enjoying the stream and the commentary, and thank you again for that chat donation.
Yeah, James Henshaw was in the other day.
I love Hanshu.
Great guy. Henshaw does a lot of good cue work in this area. Very well known at Skinny Bob's and probably every pool room in Texas. But I saw him the other day. He's awesome, fun guy to hang out with.
Good guy for sure. Yeah. Have you had a chance to play around with that forward extension?
I have not. I did try his great shot.
What
I
a
did
great
try his
shot.
jump cues.
Yep.
And they're a fine jump cue.
He produces a really nice jump cue. We have a lot of players here. Obviously, he's a local guy. I know everybody here loves James, but he definitely makes a really quality jump cue.
Obviously, we're got Predator that does great jump cues.
Amazing.
And Jacoby as well.
Yep.
There's a lot of great jump cues out there. But
Sure.
if you want a custom one, he might be the guy. He might be the move.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of people making great jump cues now, and of course, you get into the Predator, the Q-Tech, the Jacobys, things like that. I mean,
Mez. There's like
cheat
50
codes,
guys,
right?
Yeah. All of them know the formula now.
Yep.
I think Gorst is Q-Tech, and I think Vitaliy is Predator. Sponsored players.
I don't think Fedor's not Q-Tech anymore, right? He's using the
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
the white carbon shafts and
Thank you. That's from like a year ago.
a year ago, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't he have his own like Q
He
line
does.
now? Yeah.
Yeah, he
Sorry,
does.
guys. Yeah. Don't hang me up on the stream.
No problem. Nobody will worry about that at all. Yeah, the 60.
I should know better because I actually heard good things about that shaft.
It's actually I've hit it a few times. I play with Q-Techs myself personally, but I've hit the 60 a few times, and it's pretty stout.
Pretty
It's
good,
really
pretty good
nice.
experience.
Yeah. It definitely has me scratching my head a little bit. He might have overrolled this just a bit.
He might have landed
Just a bit.
perfect. I think he's good. I think he can roll forward, play the 9, or stun back and play for the upper left.
I was just thinking about being able to come this way around 3 rails and get up come into the line of the 9 ball instead of crossing it.
Yeah, that's you're 100% right. That's always the ideal choice is to come into the shot line, but
I also don't have the touch of this guy, so
speed control is starting to lock in, right?
Yeah, for
he was
sure.
struggling earlier, but now he's really starting to lock in.
I'm starting to feel it now. Oh, what a good controlled shot there. Beautiful.
A little sliding cue ball there. I like using slide instead of stun. I think it's a little more informative to people that don't play pool. But nice out,
Yep.
nice out.
So that's going to put Fedor on the hill, breaking for the match.
Clipping that 6 was really sweet.
Yeah, it
that was
was.
the right shot. That really opened things up for him.
Yeah, they just see those lines really well. So lots in the chat about the U.S. Open coming to Frisco, Texas. I know Emily and Matchroom were committed to going. She really wanted to get it over here in Texas. She was very animated about it. So yeah, I'm assuming we've been here all day and all week, so I haven't heard any official news, but it looks like somebody must have seen a press release or whatever. But Frisco's close enough to Dallas market. Frisco is also the home of the PGA. Not that it has anything to do with this, but a couple of big convention centers there.
All right, 4-6 in the sides, 5-7 up table, 1 rail. 5-7 up table,
Makes
getting
the
a little
forward
push
ball,
on the 1.
Little kick, yep. He's not gonna
be in jail.
Not gonna be in jail. He's got a shot on the 1 ball. Gonna take a little bit of control, going onto the 2 ball there. The 6 ball is obviously a problem, but given where the 5 is lying, I'm not necessarily worried too much about the 6 ball.
You got the right lines. The 6 go on the side once he makes the 5?
6 goes in the side, yes.
Ooh, he's sitting good. If he can make this 1.
Yep.
If he can make the 1, could be curtains for Vitaliy. Guys, thanks so much. If you're watching the stream, like and subscribe if you can. Great shot by Fedor there.
Yeah, make sure you're clicking like on all 3 streams if you can. That'd be fantastic. It means a lot to the. So, Al Paul is asking the difference between slide and stun.
I think that slide is just a better terminology than stun because that's what is actually happening. You're judging where the cue ball is sliding.
It's sliding, right?
It's always sliding. If you're using draw, at some point it turns to slide and then everything decays to a forward roll.
Yes.
So judging that slide is what makes it easier to judge your cue ball position.
Right.
So when you know the tangent, when it's sliding, it'll hit the tangent. If it's sliding follow, then it'll slide and then take forward roll. If it's sliding draw, it'll slide and take back roll. People usually use the term stun
Yeah.
for everything. So it's a little, I think, too open.
Yep. Really
He had
good
tried to
start.
attack this.
So I'm not sure he's going to get away with this, but I don't know why he really felt like he needed to. I mean, I'm looking physically at the table, and the 6 definitely, if the 5's out of the way, the 6 definitely went in the side.
Gotcha, yeah. Maybe he just wanted to get cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been known to do it every now and then, and I get punished usually when I do it.
Yeah, cleverly used the 9 ball to hold for the 6.
Very natural shot there and couldn't get in trouble.
Yep.
All right, so the position on the 7 to the 8 is the last possibility for Vitaliy to have any life, and it's not looking great. He can stun it 1 rail up in between the 8-9, or he can go forward 2 rails with inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 1 rail up. All right, and very natural from here, guys. Thanks so much for having me. I think I'm going to get a trip to the airport and then head over to Newark. Been a pleasure to be here at Skinny Bob's. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here, brother.
Had an amazing time, even though I didn't get in the money. Miguel, my other Michael got me. It's been a Michael convention.
It's been a Michael convention, yes, indeed.
Guys, love you all. Talk to you soon.
Any plans, real quick before you jump off, any plans for you coming back for the U.S. Open then, if it's going to be over here in Frisco, Texas in August?
I will always come to Texas when I get the opportunity. I got a lot of friends here.
Yeah, no, come back anytime, brother.